Good morning.
Good morning.
I want to say I'm glad to be here, and I am. But I also know what this Sunday is all about for me and for you. And I was very, very excited when I thought about a title for this presentation this morning, When a Farewell is Not a Farewell. There are some mornings when words in the pulpit don't come easily, a morning like this one. Today marks almost the end of my time serving as your Pastoral Care Clergy on staff. FYI, my last day is officially August 31. And while this reality is bittersweet, I have discovered that the word farewell just doesn't fit here. Because the true farewell suggests that what we have shared is over. It suggests that relationships we have built are coming to an end. I do not believe that that is how love works. I don't believe that that's how community works. And I don't believe that that's how the human spirit works. Over the past 2 years, I've had the privilege of walking alongside many of you in times of celebration, times of sorrow, in moments of uncertainty, and moments of joy. I have witnessed a remarkable resilience and compassion that lives within this fellowship. Again, a true farewell suggests that what we have shared is over. Really? I don't think so. People who have touched our lives continue to live within us. They share our choices, our memories, our compassion, and our understanding of what it means to be fully human. A role may end, a chapter may close, but the love, the gratitude, and the ways we have changed each other remain. So this morning, I reflect on a simple idea. Sometimes a farewell is not really a farewell at all. So what have I come to understand about pastoral care serving you? For sure, it is not about fixing a problem. It is all about bearing witness, being present at sacred moments. This kind of presence changes both people. And I say unequivocally that I have not been simply caring for you, but I have been very, very much shaped by you, members of this precious congregation. In the words of poet Ram Dass, we all have been walking each other home. You have invited me into your lives at difficult, sometimes fearsome, often very stressful moments. You have trusted me with your stories. I leave this role carrying those stories with reverence. Our time of caring for one another has made me a better minister and an even more compassionate human being. So, just what have you given me? What are some of the things that I've come to admire deeply about UUFB? Those things that have made me a better minister, even a better Episcopalian. First of all, there are those 7 principles that Unitarian Universal congregations affirm and promote. The inherent worth and dignity of every person. Justice, equity, and compassion in human relations. Acceptance of one another and encouragement to spiritual growth in our congregations. A free and responsible search for truth and meaning. The right of conscience and the use of the democratic process within our congregations and in society at large. the goal of world community with peace, liberty, and justice for all, and respect for the interdependent web of all existence in which we are a part. These 7 principles. I have come to see how so many of you live these principles out. And I love to brag to those I know, these people walk the talk. And then there is the work of so many of you who have so competently taken charge of what has needed to be done to keep this place humming in the absence of a minister. And let me not forget the incredible contributions made by our church administrator, Christy Huddleston, who has supported this humming in ways too numerous to mention here. All of this has left me with socks knocked off more times than I can speak of this morning. Those blue doors back there, swinging open, and you who stand at the ready, embracing those who enter. Such hospitality. A potential new member being embraced and folded into this fellowship. And me. How about me? What have you done the last 2 years except embrace, 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 embrace me? Loved me. I feel accepted by you all. And that's a wonderful, wonderful place to be. The caring committee, my caring committee. I say they're mine. I hope they feel that way. How its incredible members have evolved into what every church community might envy. Committee members with clear understanding of their responsibilities and boundaries. An understanding of what this committee is about and what it is not about. And they all have in their hands the policy of this congregation, and we follow it because we are about love. We are about loving ourselves so that we can care for others in a most healthy fashion. And then there are those of you whose faithful presence at community-wide rallies, gatherings, events is reflective of celebrating a kind of joy, an enduring commitment, an amazing coming together for the common good. There are those principles in action again, and it is something to behold. It has been lovely for me to observe acceptance around knowing personal strengths, knowing when help and expertise is needed, and being very comfortable with the truth found in that admission. It's remarkable. It is something remarkable. And the ways in which your spiritual lives are fed from so many viable resources, receiving a permission to honor your heart's seekings. You have given me the opportunity to be fed spiritually in ways I never expected to be. And this which I love saying during a Sunday service, the covenant. Love is the spirit of this church, and service is its prayer. This is our covenant with one another in the spirit of life, to live together in peace, to seek truth and freedom, and to help one another. A farewell often sounds like an ending, but many relationships don't actually end. They change form. For 2 years, we have shared joys and losses, a few hospital rooms, laughter over coffee, women's group conversations, and quiet moments when words were not enough. Those experiences won't just up and are no more, just because a role, my role, changes. They become an integral part of what we have become together. Ministry is carried in people, not positions. One of the beautiful UU ideas is that ministry belongs to the whole community. Pastoral care lives within this congregation itself. Who has comforted you when you were grieving? Who checked on you after surgery? Who's made you laugh when you sorely needed it? Who has lent an ear when you have needed to share something near and dear to your heart? Who has been willing to take a walk with you and just be present during that special time together? Who has so willingly been on the other end of a phone call, a text message, or an email, hearing and receiving your request for some kind of help? And who has taken the time to visit? Just visit you. You, my dear people, are the living ministry of this fellowship. Every visit, every hug, every difficult conversation, every shared moment of silence, each have made a ripple in the pond of a life, creating love that continues long after the moment of receipt. Gratitude instead of possession. People are not ours to possess. I can think of no moment in my time serving you that possession was a priority. We are entrusted with one another for a season. There is something sacred about recognizing that I never accepted my role for a pastoral care giver as a forever thing. My joy in reflecting on this time with you comes from knowing that I was meant to be with you for this chapter in the life of this congregation. And surprisingly, there's a kind of freedom in knowing just that. Love isn't measured by proximity. Love is measured in presence, and presence is not always physical. This points in a special way towards a profound realization, the enduring nature of relationship. Whether you believe our lives have been woven together by God, by spirit, by love, by memory, or simply by our shared humanity, know this: people change us. Once we have truly met one another, we never return to who we were before. A farewell marks the end of a role, but not the end of a relationship, not the end of gratitude, not the end of ways we continue to share one another. This moment is all about your enduring capacity to love, accompany, and transform one another. And I have come to see and know that about you. May you continue to notice one another. May you continue to care for one another. May you continue to become the kind of community that first welcomed me here. My ministry among you is changing, but the gratitude, affection, and the hope I carry for this congregation, not a one will be changing. As we prepare to leave this gathering this morning, I find myself returning to the theme of my sermon this morning, when a farewell is not a farewell. Today is not the end of what we've shared. It's the end of a chapter, but not the story. For 2 years, we've walked together through joys and sorrows, through celebration and grief, through hope and uncertainty. We've reminded one another that none of us travels this life alone. Yahoo! I leave this role with a heart full of gratitude. Thank you for welcoming me into your lives, for trusting me with those stories, and allowing me the privilege of being one of your companions along the way. Wherever our paths lead from here, may we continue to be people who listen deeply, who offer compassion freely, and who choose love over fear. If our paths cross again, may we greet one another with joy. If our paths do not cross, may we nonetheless carry one another in memory, in gratitude, and in the quiet way our lives have been changed. So this morning, I'm not going to say goodbye. Instead, I'm going to say thank you. May each of you continue to be blessed. May this beloved community, Unitarian Universalist Fellowship of Bozeman, continue to flourish. May caring for one another and for others always be its guiding light. Amen.